Hey, do whatever you want. We're already live. This will be entertaining. Yeah. We're tech checking. You know, it's green room.
Check.
Yeah, we got friends in here. We got hopefully getting our fact checker on here momentarily.
Oh, we have something. Are we live?
Is she there?
Hello. Wait. Why are you that way?
What? Why are you what way?
There we go.
I will. All right.
Jack that up. Jack.
Change room.
Can you hear me now? Whoa, hey.
Who was that? Was that her? Did you do that? Don't do that.
What did you do?
All right. She can almost see all of us. There you go.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. It's green room and shit, right?
Sure is.
Which, yeah, I think I said we're live. Yeah, we're live. Yeah. And we got people here. And now
Are we doing
JD's camera's
announcements,
up.
or-
I don't know. Do you want to?
I mean, I don't know. Do we do that? You keep acting like we don't do that.
Do you need more?
Well, I go by Mr. Gemini.
You good? All right, cool. Oh, yeah, Philly D. Yeah, you can choose to introduce yourself or not. You missed JD.
Peanut gallery.
The peanut. Yeah, you're like the two old dudes in the Muppets up in the balcony.
Oh yeah, what were their names?
Dude, I don't know.
I
It
always
was,
forget,
it was like Siskel and Ebert, but like Muppet form.
Guys in the mezzanine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like less gay and cranky.
It's kind of stretching the cord there.
Gonna touch my mic without asking like that?
That's what he does. He doesn't understand. That's kind of weird.
Consent is kind of a key thing anymore.
Actually, it's my mic.
Feels very personal. Oh, from the back of the throat.
Dude, I don't know. That was like the Manleys, maybe. All right, cool. Yo, so what's up?
What's up?
This is we got like everybody on. This is ridiculous.
It's like it's a full room.
Yeah, I feel like we should be like cheersing or some shit just to.
Oh.
I mean, I got beer. What do you got? You got coffee.
I got shine.
You got shine. You got coffee. We still.
Salud, slancha,
This JD through the camera. There you go. Through the camera. Why not?
Strovia. Say.
Yeah, Nostrovia.
Strovia.
So, dude, check it. I watched the show today. Actually, it was a movie. I think you might be interested in this. It was called Seaspiracy. Seaspiracy. Right? And so this guy sets out very, very like Last Shaman style, where it's like personal goals. So it's almost like a vlog kind of a thing, but he does it really well. So it's edited nice. But so dude attempts to go out and find out information on like the whaling industry, because he feels that the whaling industry is the thing that's having the greatest impact on the ecosystem in the oceans, which, to what I'm gonna understand, makes like 80 some odd % of our oxygen we breathe, as well as like yanks a shite ton of the carbon out of the Air Force as well.
80 or 70, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's way up there. So
60% of the time.
so he goes into it thinking that the whaling industry is like the biggest component of it and all this other stuff. Well, he starts digging into it, and before you know it, there's like slavery involved, and then there's overfishing of like tuna, and he starts going into sustainability, and he's like, what is sustainability but basically having just enough taken out that it continues to have just enough for you to take out over and over and over again. And by the end of it, he's like, no matter what, like you're still taking a life, because you're still killing fish and whale and whatever else. But then there's like all these other things that get tied into it. And so while he goes into it thinking he's going to find a way to promote sustainability by proper fishing techniques and kind of like putting it to the whaling industry.
Proper fishing techniques would make fish price skyrocket. That's mostly why people don't do it.
Well, it's not even that, but like, I mean, there's so many other pieces and parts to it. Like, dude, it went deep. It was ridiculous. Like,
because when they cast a really broad net, they end up catching a whole bunch of stuff they don't intend to. And they say like for every pound of fish meat they get, they like 5 pounds of other stuff that like, whether it's small sharks, big sharks, whales, whatever gets caught.
Dolphins,
in that giant
turtles.
dolphins. Yeah. Turtles, octopus, which, they probably keep anyway, but like all that is basically collateral damage to them. Like
Well, so there was
they
like,
can't
all right,
sell
so
it.
there's some fishermen in like the Japanese, like in the Japan area where they will catch the sharks as what they call like, bycatch or something like that, where it's like just it's happenstance, it's collateral damage.
Same kind of thing.
Well, so the ones that will do the like take the fins because then they can sell it to China for fin soup. They do that, but then there's other ones that don't, and they literally just chuck these dead sharks back into the water. Right. So then he also goes a step further and actually finds what's fish farming, which is supposed to be like the most sustainable because then you can actually like maintain everything and find a balance in the system. And you're just basically like, keeping it together. He's like, that stuff's even worse because of the water conditions and the way they overpopulate areas, like the ecosystem can't maintain it. So they don't have like enough fresh water as well as the feed they're throwing and like a bunch of other stuff. And it's just like, so like he goes into it thinking he's going to like stick it to the whaling industry and he comes out of it, he's like, I think I'm going vegan.
I wonder if it was the same guy that did Cowspiracy.
I don't know. I mean, they're both Netflix specials.
Because that was another interesting one where they were saying that the 91% of the depletion of the Amazon rainforest is due to them basically cutting out huge swaths of land so that they can put cattle there because there's a good demand mostly here and all over the, maybe not as much actually in the Amazon where they're growing it because they probably eat very little animal meat there.
Well, right.
They probably catch it in the wild.
Yeah, well, from what I'm to understand from after watching this is like the ocean is way more important. Like not to put down the Amazon because I mean we get most of like our drugs from there because I mean they'll find a plant, find something in it, and then the pharmaceutical companies synthesize it and patent it and all that stuff. So
yeah, and they say even with the stuff that we've found that we've been able to synthesize since then, maybe makes up like 1% of what's actually there. I mean, every time somebody goes in and studies, like they find something new. It's like the most densely, lushly populated, organic life.
I don't know. I want to know what you think about it.
I'm Colin Kaepernick. I have no opinion. I'm taking a knee.
Wow. Okay.
See, this from the guy that'll talk shit straight up on Canada, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to touch that one."
Well, so there's a lot. There's a lot there. One, yes, as far as I know, the seas are responsible for roughly 80% of oxygen production. Or production. That's the production, yeah.
Production.
Production.
No, we make up words here. That's all good.
Expeditionary.
Fine. I identify as a dictionary. Whaling, yeah, not for that per se. I mean, I understand it's a culture thing in Japan, but personal opinion, I'm kind of against eating animals that are higher intelligence, squid, octopus, dolphin, things like that.
Well, I mean, like
Cuttlefish.
my bigger part of all right. So there was other parts on there where they were talking about where there's some of these industry, I guess regulatory systems, like these companies that like the Dolphin Safe and all that kind of stuff. Will come to find out they're also working with other parts of the industry, so they kind of like contradict one another, and it's basically like their money loophole where they just kind of keep digging into a pot. And it's because of people like that are kind of like making it even worse.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, so I think I saw a part of that special, and I liked a lot of what the guy was saying, but then he went on, and I think that guy was the one talking about like the Sea Shepherds and all those other people that like go out and ram boats and things like that. And
Correct.
Okay, that's called piracy, and you should be shot if you're ramming a boat in the high seas, and they have every right to shoot you.
Agreed.
So while I don't agree
taking
with
a risk
I
doing
don't
it.
agree with whaling. When you align yourselves with those people, like that's two assholes having a fight, and I'm taking a knee because I don't care who wins then. So I'm against
I get
it.
that.
But when you,
But some people,
Yeah.
maybe some people are willing to go to that risk for something they believe in. So is that any different than, storming the Capitol? If you think,
Well, so to go on your part of like talking about that, the Sea Shepherd going after,
and then
they
you
also
gotta draw limits too. Like, is ramming a boat at high seas where the potential of knocking people overboard and rupturing a boat is an instant death sentence? Is that in any way equivocable to people storming a public building and acts of vandalism? Death at the high sea is not, and you can't make that equivalency. And while whaling is wrong as far as I'm concerned, when you start ramming boats at the sea, you lose the moral high ground.
All right, so going on that point, there was a few facts that they put out with the amount of ships that they have. Yeah, that they've basically rammed, disarmed, pulled in, had arrested, whatever. There was quite a few that were illegal. So in that scenario, you're basically like vigilante going against, they're already so
well.
And they were actually,
when you say illegal, the Japanese commercial whale, quote unquote, under legal loopholes that exist in international law. They're allowed to harvest so many animals for study, blah blah blah. We all know they're doing it for food. It's a game. Everybody knows it. That is very different from ramming a vessel in the open sea.
all right,
That's
so
my point.
Well, yeah. Well, and so some of, and I'm not trying to justify it, but some of what they were doing was actually working with local governments, and they were kind of escorting them and helping them to do this. So this was like,
that's
doing it
completely
properly.
legit.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Those activities, no problem.
well,
at
so
all.
they're basically getting deputized.
well, in a sense, they're just
and
they're
they're showing
aiding.
people how to advocate, and they're doing it within the confines of the
Yeah.
system and things like that. When you say I disagree with this law and I'm going to take measures into my own hand, it is now a message for anarchy. And
Well, I mean,
it's about who's got the most ability and willingness to use force. And as a guy who hoards ammos and weapons, you don't want to go down that road.
Well, so that's why I want to agree more on your point of that. Yeah, like you're going one extreme to the other. That doesn't balance stuff out.
Yeah, might is right is never the answer.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's a solid point. Because I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I mean, that was like the whole arms race was just like my dick's bigger than yours, And we got to a point where we basically told Russia, it's like, listen, no matter what we do, we're going to be able to outdo you. We will always have more than you. Like, you just give up. Like, it was basically giving them checkmate, and when they did, we supposedly all backed down. Well, at least the two superpowers.
Is anyone old enough to remember when we laughed at Russians for standing in line for toilet paper?
What, dude, weren't they also like paying their people in vodka too? I think that was a part of that as well.
What goes around really goes around. Isn't that-
But yeah, no, I think I think that point in time, yeah, they were also like paying like their school teachers and stuff in vodka because they didn't have currency, they didn't have money, they couldn't. Which I heard they're going to discontinue the penny because it costs more to print it.
Yeah. Well,
Or stamp it or whatever the fuck press it, some shit.
at the time, vodka was worth nothing. I mean, you could buy a bottle of it for, I don't know, the equivalent of like $1. I mean, it was everywhere. Vodka was cheap.
I feel like Miss JD's been like real quiet over there.
I know, right? Shout out.
Like, are you even working? Okay, cool. Just making sure that we have you.
Are you looking up any of this stuff that Philly D's talking about?
I am. So first, to circle back with the Oath, the two documentaries, they were both produced by Kip Anderson, I believe the name was. They both had the same producer, and he directed one of the two of them as well.
Okay.
That would have been
so they are tied to each other.
Yeah, that would have been Cowspiracy.
Yep, the Cowspiracy and the Seaspiracy.
Which is funny. Did you just watch that like last night?
Today, actually.
Today.
Well, this afternoon, I guess. I don't know.
It's the wavelength thing, because I just last night watched Cowspiracy, and I was like, oh, let me see what this is about.
Did you find it moving?
Oh, that was good. That was good. Well, so speaking of that.
Well, actually, a lot of this stuff I already knew, but it just kind of to be able to see it.
Speaking of that, I was actually, I watched a quick little snippet of a conversation between Joe Rogan and I'm not quite sure her name, but Jessie May Peluso or something. She's a comedian, I think.
Okay.
And they were talking about having that connection. Like, what is that piece? And Joe Rogan was basically stating is there's like, we were talking about that 98% of throwaway DNA.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying somewhere within us, there's already this ability for us to communicate. Like those receptors are in there the nervous systems, it's like all available. We have just yet to have like unlocked it through generations, evolution and whatnot.
I mean, you've always heard of that connection mothers have to their children, that they can know like thousands of miles away when something's wrong.
Well, I think he's talking, and he's
Or
talking more.
Twins.
Yeah, right.
That's another example.
I'm sorry, did you say 90% throw away DNA?
Well, 90.
Some people claim that 98% of the DNA that you find.
Those people are idiots. They're
I
the people
agree.
that
I thought
claim
it was
you
a
only use
smaller
90%
percent,
of your- 10% of your brain. They're also idiots.
Yeah, right.
It's all wrong.
You use all of your brain, just
Yes,
not
yes,
all
you
at the
do.
same time. Because you use it for different things. It's compartmentalized.
Yeah.
It's like a corporation in there. What's going on with the screen? It just blacked out and
What?
huh? Never mind. See, it just did it
Dude,
again.
see, this is you, man. You get a TV in the room and all of a sudden you squirrel.
No, I just
Squirrel.
Yeah, see?
it's hard to miss when it just goes black with like a little swirly for a minute.
Swirly.
Swirly.
Well,
Hey, I had to readjust it. But going back to the vodka and the Russians, so an average teacher salary in Russia is about $1,000 to $1,500 per month. Okay, back in this was written in 1998, but in Western Siberia, teachers are being paid in bottles of vodka because the authorities have no money to meet their wages or bills.
like currently?
And their debt is more than $8,000, which exceeds 54 million rubles.
Wait, is that current, like right now, or is this, you're talking about this was when it was written?
It was written in 1998.
Okay. So it wasn't at the same time with the toilet paper, but
Well, that would have been close to it.
Yeah.
So that would have been like basically post collapse, and before. But like since then,
isn't that when like the Levi's blue jean market blew up over in freaking Russia? Like,
well, that was the black market. Like in Germany, you know, if you smuggled in jeans, you could buy all kinds of things for smuggled in Western goods. Since then, Russia has basically embraced all kinds of capitalistic economic principles, and they've had a huge boom.
yeah, because I mean, for a while, like, yeah, you're talking about the collapse. I mean, there was just nothing but like freaking, Russian mafia just going at it, basically.
Yeah, Russia's big problem right now is not that they're poor, but they have all kinds of oligarchs due to crony capitalism. Because the people that succeeded were the ones that had economic power. Not that would ever happen under our system, but those with access to political power somehow got rich faster than everyone else.
Well, see, and I think that's the one thing about psychology and the numbers. And Jordan Peterson talks about this. No matter what system you're using,
The Pareto principle.
it's always going to end up with a little having a lot and a lot having a little. Like, it's just how the systems work. There, it's
People don't like that though. They
well,
don't like
that's
knowing they're
just
that
the-
80%. Not that I can blame them, but that doesn't mean bringing everybody down. It means try to bring everybody
Well,
up.
so I read this. I guess it was like a tweet or
This is getting quasi political, by the way.
who gives a shit? It's
All
fucking
right.
green room.
All right.
So I read this. I read this tweet or meme or something where somebody was basically saying that Jeff Bezos having 100 some odd $1 million, right? And there's, or some, 100 some odd billion, sorry, yeah. Like 110, 120, whatever the number is, but some odd, $1 billion. And there's only 7 billion people on the earth. It's like, dude, you could literally give everybody $1 billion and you'd still have a shit ton of money left. So, I mean, think about that though. I mean, granted, that's no way in hell that's ever going to happen.
Economics
But
101, magic wand, everybody gets $1 million.
no, $1 billion.
Okay, $1 billion,
What
10 billion,
happens?
100 billion, whatever. Did you just make everybody rich?
Or did you just lower
How
the
many?
value of the dollar?
How much taxes am I paying?
Oh,
off of
let's
it?
no magic wand, so no taxes, no anything. So everybody
We're just
now has
gifting it.
$100 billion. But the problem is the amount of goods to be distributed are still the same. So now you have a bidding war for the same amount of goods, and everybody's got a ton of money. You just throw prices up. So
Oh, yeah, no, it's mass inflation instantly.
it doesn't make people richer.
No, I know. Well, that's why I'm like, so the person, putting that out there, it's like, yeah, that doesn't quite make sense there, buddy. Like, sorry to tell you.
I'm just baffled by the
Plus,
the
their math
concept
was
of-
like way off because it was like, yeah, if you give, it was said there's 7 billion people and you give each one of them $1 billion, it's just like, dude, that's not the right math. What you meant to say was if you gave 7 billion people, 100,000 or 1 million,
That
you'd
would
still
work,
have money
yeah.
left over.
Yes, that would work. I knew where you were getting at, but
Well, no, but that was the thing. That was also a part of the statement. So it was like, not only was it that, speaking to economics, where it's like, you obviously don't understand inflation and like what, like fiat currency, all that kind of stuff is. And, on top of it, your math is horrid. So it's just like, but bump.
we felt no need to call you out on that. But
No, that wasn't me. I'm reiterating. This is not me. This is what I read.
But still, yeah, I still have trouble with the whole concept of fiat money because when you get into a position where, I think I was talking about that before. It's like, okay, well, there's no more money circulating, but like the same number of goods and services are still available.
Well, but see, all of that stuff
And it's
works
like-
off the system of supply and demand. The availability of the money in conjunction with the goods, so it's on both sides. So as each side of that fluctuates, it modifies what, the other one's going to do. I mean, we saw this coming out of the Great Depression where like, all of a sudden an apple cost like $5. This is back in the 1920s when, like $5 is like $1,000 today. Like, are you kidding?
So
For an
play
apple?
Monopoly, pause the game halfway through, and double the amount of money that everyone has. That's the Fed, that's fiat currency, and that's inflation.
But it means nothing.
Well, it's
Exactly.
a superficial value,
It means
yeah.
nothing.
Just like real currency.
No, that's what I mean. They both mean nothing.
Well, so no, let me ask you this: Do you know why we went away from the gold bond method, like where we actually had like physical representation of a commodity for how much currency we carried?
Yeah, that would be the act in 1913.
Yeah, but yeah, I know, but I'm not as like prone on history knowledge like you are. So I'm like, so do you know like, so what was the reason for that and all that kind of stuff? Give me a quick pretend I don't know shit because I don't.
They unhooked currency from any kind of gold standard, and it became backed by the good faith and credit of the United States government,
But why?
so they could manipulate it.
Well, no, what was their reasoning? Not what they actually did.
That was their reasoning.
Yeah, so they can manipulate it.
So basically stating so they can control the economy in a sense.
I believe this was all done under the cover of night
So
on an island off the mainland.
So basically, as soon as we went to a fiat currency, it was less than a decade later that we had mass depression.
Global banking is why the world is messed up. It's that simple. I mean, not to
green room.
oversimplify it, but it really is that simple. And every nation that's dumped global banking has been destroyed, vilified, and
See, and I think
Executed.
you can, I would take this to like right back to the Seaspiracy, where they're talking about, the whaling industry and all these other things. The end all be all of why they're doing what they're doing is shady so that they can make more money.
It's the love of money. Yeah.
let's see, I believe it was the Tsar in Russia, Napoleon, Hitler, Kennedy, Lincoln, all were advocates of state banking. What happened to all of those people? I think there's one more in there somewhere,
Yeah,
too.
there is that one
Yeah,
hypothesis.
they're all gone.
Very interesting.
Yeah, can you want to dig us up some cool stuff on that, or
I mean, that can't be a coincidence like the 27 Club, right?
you mean
There were
like
3 nations a few years ago that still did state banking: Iran, Egypt, and North Korea. Egypt got fixed. Or no, sorry, Libya, Gaddafi.
Oh, right.
And then North Korea and Iran, they're still on the naughty list.
Jesus, bro.
So yeah,
Green room, homie.
green room
Flagged.
had to happen.
And I mean, so I've actually, I recall, I want to say I watched a documentary on that exact, coincidence as you called it, which I even said to you, I was like, dude, it's not coincidence when like it happens more times than not. Like you freaking cracking a can and spewing it everywhere. It's like, bro, at this point, we're beyond coincidence. Like,
No, it's not a coincidence. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
more times than not, it happens.
And have you been counting?
I mean, I can go back if I had to.
All right. Suddenly this turned into a conversation about you and your problems.
That's what I think about that.
All right. Could you hear that? No?
Elephants in Kenya heard that.
Yeah, but dude, so all right. So the last time you were on, we had the other microphones. These are new microphones. These are like new Johns. So I went from like Chinese made stuff to Australian made stuff. This shit's like way doper. Plus, it's also the same as the same company as the mixing board.
How to regionally locate yourself in a single word, John.
Dude, John is like Smurf talk.
Hey. Well, that's true. Well, yeah. John.
Yeah, but the thing about Smurf talk is that it would interject anywhere. You could utilize it for noun, verb, adjective, like all sorts of stuff.
That was more like dude.
No, Smurf was.
No, but
Because you could say like Smurf me a glass of water.
Yeah, but you can just say Johnny.
Well, yeah, but John is more about
Like,
dude, it's
I thought dude was like that.
actual
dude.
particle of like, dude, it's
Dude
like
can be a
legit.
language, and it was
Like, dude.
dude.
Well, I think that's
No,
the
it's
same
like a
as
whole
like
different-
bra.
What?
Like, bruh.
Dude.
Bruh. Dude.
Dude.
Yours says dude. Yours says sweet.
What's mine say? Come on. Dude. What about mine? Sweet. Yeah.
So, anyways, back to this whole. I had watched. I'm pretty sure I'd seen like a special about that, and regardless, because I mean, to be honestly, I think the documentary was such shit. Like it was just a horrible piece of crap. That it's like, do you remember Men in Black when they showed them like watching the videotape and they were like talking about the Men in Black on the videotape? I think it was in the second one because he erased his memory. Remember they go to the dude's house and he's like, oh yeah. And he takes the tape out and they like start watching it again.
Okay.
I kind of feel like it was almost like that. Like it was such a shit job that it was almost like you almost have to take it for real because it's just like, it's so low budget to stay under radar kind of a thing. But I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
Is that like Blair Witch Project? Like it really wasn't a movie?
No, like, dude, like, no, like legit, just like horrid piece of crap the way it was produced. But I did find that very interesting because, like we just do beyond, like if it happened like 3 or 4 times, all right, like cool, coincidence. But the fact that every major leader or influencer that attempted to step away from, this is what happened. I mean, numbers never lie, right? Statistics never lie, and liars always use statistics. So, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, there was a lot of similarity between all those names that were mentioned. That's for sure.
Well,
There's one in particular.
Well, so what a pretty
I don't know
obvious.
if I'm going to use the word a lot of similarity. I think there's really, when you start throwing names like Hitler, Kennedy, Napoleon.
So let me ask you
There's
this.
not a lot of overlap there. Which
Let me
is
ask you
sort of why
this.
they're used it.
What about the consistent overlap between the Kennedy assassination and the Lincoln assassination with like the people's last names?
Both used a bullet, correct.
Well, no. Like Lincoln's.
That was for me.
Well, no, this was the thing where it was like the different secretaries' name, the assassin, the assassins, the presidents, like all that stuff. Like there was a few names that overlapped. I think it was like 3 different names that overlapped between the main characters that were involved in each set of those.
Abraham Lincoln and the guy in front of Pee Wee Herman. 2 people both shot in a theater.
Nice.
Dude, wow.
I thought there was some
What's the
I thought
disclaimer?
there was a popcorn bucket involved. I don't know.
Google it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this is totally a green room, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not even drinking, man. This makes me think, like, what would happen if he was actually drinking?
He's drinking coffee.
Now what are we going to get?
I just had beer before I came here.
See, there you go.
does not count. Unless it's like in the middle of, does not count. Dude, I got a 4-pack sitting over there, bro. I'm just saying. Do it.
Just saying.
Do it proper.
What's proper?
Yeah. The fact that we're only like, and I'm about, yeah.
You're going to keep unfinishing your sentences? Is that what we're doing now? Is that like a, are we just going to?
Why don't you just let me?
Why don't you just?
Why can't I? Let me just.
I just want to.
I mean, just. What about?
You want to hear a weird coincidence that also applies with Napoleon and Hitler?
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mustache,
I love non sequitur trivia.
So Napoleon and Hitler were born exactly 129 years apart. And when each of them came into power, those years were actually 129 years apart as well. And then when they both declared war on Russia, it was also 129 years apart from each other. 3 different instances, all 129 years apart.
They were both short, right? I mean, I know Napoleon was, but Hitler wasn't tall, right?
I don't believe so. I think it was below average height.
Like 5'4",
Yeah.
5'3".
They could have been cousins. Man, somebody's thirsty.
It's beer
Hitler was-
45.
Is this right?
What's that?
Okay, Napoleon was 5'6".
See, that's taller than I
And-
would have thought.
5'6"
It
isn't
says
really
Hitler was
that.
5'9".
For the time, that
Yeah.
wasn't terribly short.
No, that's not awful. Yeah.
What's
No.
the ABV of this one?
Oh, that's weird.
The fact that, but what's weirder is
As
the
you
fact that
cracked it and looked at it.
she said it, and I'm just like looking at it. I was just like, oh, I'm curious what the.
So the ABV of the beverage that Philly D has just cracked happens to be 5.6.
Yeah, it's a 5.6% ABV, and like literally, you're like, yeah, he was 5'6", and I'm like, I wonder what the ABV is, and I looked at it, I was like 5.6.
I mean, yeah.
I like literally looked up at freaking Mr. Gemini and just shoved in his face. I'm like, look at this. What does that say? Read it. But I said it with my mind, bro, and some words too, but still.
It's also an amazing coincidence because Napoleon lost the Battle of Waterloo. And after you drink your beer, you go to the bathroom. And I think the French word for that is Waterloo, is it not? So, I mean,
True.
you can find coincidences in anything if you try hard enough.
The loo.
The loo,
Yep.
where you make water. Same difference.
Just saying.
This is like
Yeah.
wiping my eyes.
If I go looking for patterns, I find them everywhere.
Merovingian.
Merovingian. That's what it was. It was something with an M.
Yeah, it was the M word.
You call
Well,
them the
so-
Frenchman. Yeah.
So, but to go to your point, yeah, because there's, freaking Sherlock Holmes. In the one movie, the way he words it, it's more. I forget the statement exactly. I'm going to paraphrase it, but it's the idea of shaping the facts to fit the outcome, as opposed to looking for the actual information that creates that actual outcome. So it's you're speculating and just trying to, you're being biased in what you're looking for, and you're fitting the facts to it. Which is not-
There's a term for that, and people do it all the time now, where they start with a hypothesis and then they go out looking for facts that validate it. That's not science, and you of course find a bunch because you immediately ignore facts that don't confirm.
Well,
your
you're
opinion.
looking for facts post hoc. Like
Yeah.
you've already made up your mind and you're looking for
There's a
Yeah.
name for it. It's a logical fallacy, and everybody does it anymore.
You're going to find similarities and you're going to assume that those correlate. Those, what is it?
And if it had not been for the aforementioned beer, I'd probably remember the name
The name of
that doing that.
what that means.
Yeah,
Okay. yeah.
there's a term for it.
They're testing their hypothesis.
No, there's a term for when you
just gonna
basically go out looking for something to validate an opinion you already hold.
It's a reasoning.
And yeah, I'm drawing a total. It'll come to me at like 3:00 in the morning. I'll text you. Don't worry.
It's like Sherlock Holmes used deductive reasoning, correct? As opposed to inductive reasoning? I forget what the other one was.
I mean, that sounds like a thing. I mean, she's already busy looking up one thing.
Yeah, I know. Can't look up two things.
She's already busy looking up stuff. She can't look up other stuff.
You're going to go
She
there.
can't look up any further. I mean, somebody had to.
if you called me out on misquoting last time.
Compute.
Like every time.
Compute.
Every time.
What? What did she say? What's going on?
I don't even know. There was a train somewhere.
I'm computing.
Leaving
I'm
Boston.
computing, buffering, wheels just spinning.
Just spinning.
The pinwheel of death. I hate that freaking thing.
Pinwheel spinning around. Back to that again.
Today's special.
Yeah. Plus and minus.
Don't take my hat off.
Today's special, yeah. That was
I'll turn into a mannequin. A mannequin? Are you a mannequin or a mannequin?
dude.
What? That shit
Is that
was
now
funny.
a socially acceptable term?
What?
Do we have to call it a person again?
I think so.
person
I think we
again?
might have to do that.
I mean, that's a good point. I feel like
Can't say mannequin.
I mean, I just did. Actually, a few times. It's like Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. Oh, wait, there's no...
How do you know it's a mannequin? It's a womanican.
A woman again? Mannequin? That's what I said. I was like, mannequin? Did you say mannequin?
It's a persican.
It's however you dress it up, right? That's
a
how it works.
persican.
It's a persican.
It's a purse again?
It's what was it before?
Persican.
Like it was a wallet and then
It's
it
like a
was purse.
transformer.
Transformer that could change into a wallet.
I mean, they got one that can turn into a boombox.
Like if you want to get in, to like sneak into places, that's a great idea. Just turn yourself into a wallet with like, you know, a couple $1,000 in it.
Nah, just a phone. Everybody got one of them.
It's true.
You would just be like, oh, it's just a phone. Everybody's got one of those. Even broke people got phones. There'd be like broke ass people in like Africa. They got phones, I bet. I mean, they probably don't get no Wi-Fi or something to like, but you know, they got a phone. Possible. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people in Africa. There's a possibility of this.
They used to give phones away in the city I worked in. They'd set up a little booth and they had free cell phones. They'd give them away. And then the junkies would try to sell them to you. Good time.
That's
Get like
bad.
molested on your way from the garage to work.
That's
fun.
well, I mean, you know, that's a needed commodity. I mean, they don't have, you can't find a payphone anymore. This was
No,
all,
you can't. And you know who often needs a phone because they don't have one? People in business attire. On their way from a parking garage to an office building.
Be nice to have
it's
a
a great
payphone,
place
wouldn't
for a junkie to sell phones.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Burner? You're right there.
I decline to answer at this point in time.
Burner phone. This okay.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Sir, are you pleading the fifth?
That conversation just went. I don't know where that went.
I'm pleading the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Wow. This is definitely the green room.
It's fucking Dave Chappelle, bro.
Gotcha.
Drink more shine. You're funnier. Did we find this term out yet? Did you when you're testing your hypothesis and you're going in with a biased outlook and searching for your data to support?
You're going to find someone.
I mean, it just gives a whole bunch of like kind of
Whoa.
synonyms. It gives approval for seeking.
Cinnamon?
A cinnamon.
No, you need a little more to go on to search for something like that. That's like looking for medical advice on the internet. You'd be like, my toe hurts and you have cancer.
Doc, it hurts when I go like
Yeah.
this. Doc, it hurts when I go like this. Doc, it hurts when I go like this. Your finger's broken.
You know, the number of people that, like, the minute they go on to, like, WebMD, suddenly they have, like, everything under the sun.
There's a term for that. Because in the medical fields, psychology,
Plays a big part.
physical medicine, no, when they start telling you all of these different diseases and things that are out there, you become so fixated on it that you start to assume that you have one of them.
Dude, negative energy, man. I'm just saying.
They even preface teaching these ideas because
Remember how
they're
we
like
say how everything is vibration, though, right? I mean, keep
Well,
yourself
right.
on a
self-induced neuroses. But so that's the thing is like they
That's crazy talk. Next thing you know, people would be getting themselves tested to see if they were sick when they felt fine. That will never happen.
there's hypochondriacs. They do that
We-
shit.
Were you thinking of subject validation?
Subject
Subject
validation.
validation.
might be it.
We got a
That might be
maybe.
it.
We got a maybe.
Okay, it says subject validation is sometimes called personal
Our
validation.
peanut gallery just left, so we have an opportunity to talk about them.
Oh, let's talk all the crap we can. How much we got? 30 seconds?
I don't know.
Just
This is an interesting episode. We've never had more than 3 people on at a time.
I know what. So Menage a Trois is like 3 people. What is it when it's like 4?
It's
clickety
Menage
clack.
a cinq. I don't know. I don't speak French. That's
No,
what
it'll be
it's.
quattro
I'd be feeling really uncomfortable if I was the female in the room.
Isn't that Italian?
The one female in the room.
Nobody. Nobody. I think it's. Isn't that
Fragile?
Italian? I mean,
Fragile.
it was a crossover, but still, like, how come ain't nobody picking up what I'm laying down? What the hell?
I got that. Fragile. It must be Italian.
So we could either be a foursome or a quartet.
I like foursome.
I like a 2-ball foursome. All right, so that's a golf term, right? 2-ball foursome. It really is. That's
Sure it is.
no, for real. That's a style. That's a style
Sure
of game.
it is.
Go ahead, double check me on this. 2-ball foursome. This is an actual
She
golf.
might end up on a website that she's not supposed to be.
That's why I like that phrase.
I'm just saying.
Because think about this: a 2-ball foursome.
I was just looking for Dick's Sporting Goods, I swear.
You nasty.
Dude, it's happened. You know it has.
No, I know everybody's thinking it. You're just saying it. I get it.
Oh, it's when you go head to head.
See what I mean? Like I say it, she just keeps it rolling.
That's
You dirty. What's wrong with you? Didn't your mama raise you right?
That's what it says. Now, what's the website?
Well, you got your 2 balls involved.
All right, so the 2-ball foursome being a golf term, also being a euphemism, means 1 dude and 3 chicks. That's a 2-ball foursome.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I got that.
I like me a 2-ball foursome.
I would say I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I ain't touching it.
I don't know.
Not even with a 10-foot pole.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you would need a 10 minutes.
I'm so sorry for you.
Hey, Claire, you want to see a guy with elephantitis in the nuts? Would you date a guy like this? I mean, you know, if he had a nice car and money.
I mean, you'd have to sit in the back
See,
seat.
because his nuts would ride shotgun.
Oh, my God. Oh. He already pulled over.
Oh, dude.
Always the same quotes. I don't know.
Because they're funny.
Oh, why did we fall apart when the peanut gallery left? We had a thing going on, and now we.
Because we were talking. Well, we were trying to
he's
talk
back.
shit.
Don't talk.
but-
Don't.
Well, we were talking about. Oh, shh. Oh, dude, were you?
I got ambushed.
Bro.
Yeah,
There's what?
we've been infiltrated.
Dude.
Apparently, my dog is on the show now.
Well, yours was on earlier, right? I'm pretty.
Hey.
But
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you say that
Stay
now.
outside for 15 minutes or bring him with me.
Yeah, just make sure you like hang those up before you Indiana Jones that shit.
He
headphones,
comes with
yeah.
authority.
Authority. Disrespect my authority.
I need some aviators.
It's sad because your dog on camera would get like 8 times the viewing of all of us put together.
That is true.
So you can wear your sunglasses at night.
Because nice. Well, no, yeah, because he's way fucking cuter than we are.
And they just all do
I
one.
meant for his conversation ability.
I can just see the memos now. Like, dude, how did you animate a FAO Schwartz doll? It looks like a stuffed animal. It really does.
Very much so.
Dude, I don't want that stuffed animal.
Stuffed animals are smarter.
Oh, I mean, I kind
Oh,
Well, he is full of stuffing.
oh, Jesus.
He eats his stuffed animals.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this beer's pretty dope.
He even passed a set of eyes once, didn't he?
You sure you don't want one, bro, man?
No, I'm good.
Watermelon L. Well, it's a watermelon wheat India Pale Ale.
Hey.
So technically,
Getting
it's an
our fruit in
IPA.
today.
What is this?
Getting our fruit in today.
What?
Fruit.
Did you get enough fruit in today?
Actually, I did. I had a fruit smoothie
Just
for
worried
my
about
dinner.
your fiber intake, you know?
No, dude, I had like double banana yogurt with some mango. Oh, shit was dope.
Okay, yogurt. Okay.
I had like tons of it with the probiotic and stuff. Plus, I've been taking my ginseng and stuff. Man, dude, ginseng's good for you. Listen to Wu-Tang. They tell you about the ginseng. I just did that. What's up?
Just love that whole thing about probiotic yogurt.
Dude,
I'm
could you
it's
stop
all
touching?
probiotic. What? No, I'll touch whatever I want.
Yeah, like, dude, even good cheese.
Even good cheese? I'll touch
Yeah.
good cheese.
Well, see, that's what I like about having my aquaponics set up because there's appropriate fungi and like bacteria all in there.
You're a fun guy.
Thank you. And because of that, like I use that to like water my houseplants and stuff because
Fungus.
it's pH balanced because it's already like set for like, you know, other plants and stuff, but it's filled with all that good bacteria and stuff, man. That's healthy for plants and shit.
So can we go back to that term probiotic? So antibiotics are what you take when you're sick to get better, which makes it sound like probiotics are something that would take
Make
to
you
get
sick?
you sick. And the fact that that's also good for you leads me to believe that the word biotic is just a bullshit word.
It makes me think of like bionic.
Cheers to that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's just-
Never thought about it that way.
We have the tools. We have the technology. No, 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 no. Anybody?
You're eating a live culture. You know that? Whole culture.
That's why cheese makes you fart.
Yeah. Is that why? So you tell me if you didn't eat cheese, you wouldn't fart?
No, I'm just saying cheese
Well,
makes you
nacho
fart.
cheese.
Clearly not good cheese.
I clearly can't choose the wine in front of me.
Never try to trick a Sicilian.
No.
What's it? See, I'm asking. I forget. I always mess up the quotes.
Dude,
This is
it's,
for-
it's never bet a Sicilian
That's what
when
it is.
death is on the line.
Come on.
Jesus Lord.
I was serious about that.
Did you? It's a trick question.
You know, I jump tracked.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. What?
Huh? What?
Don't look at me that tone of voice.
Is there another way I can look at you?
Of course.
No, not like that.
This is Smooth Jazz 1079.
I don't want to go there.
Listening hour. The hotline is open.
You taking any callers?
Caller number 3.
Dude, I can't right now. Yo, did you Miss JD, did you hear in the when it was the one episode him and I were bullshitting back and forth where I was talking about changing my voicemail up?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Go ahead, do it.
No, I can't.
Pray tell, please.
So you call his voicemail?
Well, you call my phone.
I can't do the voice. I won't even try.
I mean, you do a hell of a Bobcat, bro. That shit was dope. I re-listened a couple times. That shit was like spot fucking on.
Oh, for real?
That shit was hot.
I wasn't even like quoting per se.
Dude, you got lost in the moment. Dude,
Dude, it looks like he's having a seizure while he's talking. I don't even like. And
Well, I think that was his thing.
That was his thing.
that was part of his
thing.
character that he. Stop.
What?
Why you gotta touch shit? Jesus Lord.
Would you stop?
I will when you do.
Boys, I'm going to put you in the corner.
I'm already in the corner.
Baby quote in 3, 2, 1.
I was
Nobody
like,
puts baby in a
I
corner.
was like, nobody puts Philly D in the corner. Yeah, no, they did. Philly D in the corner.
In 3, 2. You do the last one just with the finger and just 3, 2. Yeah, what?
Yeah, 2 and 1's got to be silent, right?
5, 4,
What?
7.
Yeah, 2 and 1. Maybe it is 2-1. Yeah, you do it. Whatever.
You do it. Fucking.
All right,
I
Dylan.
don't give a shit.
Okay, what?
What? Oh, what?
Oh.
We got spirit.
Oh, so what was that thing we looked up?
The what? Oh,
Be more
the.
specific.
While the peanut gallery was away. Right as he was walking away, you found it. What was it?
Well, yeah, no, he heard because we said it to him and he was like, yeah, maybe.
Remind me now. I can't.
Jesus, he's way off the tracks. He would like, yeah. Do you have that page open?
That term was short-term memory failure.
Boo-doo-doo.
Yeah. All right.
Come on, you know how to
Hold
go
on.
there.
2-ball foursome.
No, before that, the cycle, like when you're.
There's no way I'm
after it
clicking
was-
that link on Google.
No way.
when you're trying to prove your hypothesis and you find bias information.
Subjective validation.
Subjective
That sounds
validation.
more like it, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds sciencey enough. Don't be trying to church it up in here, boy.
It says subjective validation, sometimes called personal validation effect, is a cognitive bias by which people consider a statement or another piece of information to be correct if it has any personal meaning or significance to them.
Actually, I think cognitive bias is the term I was thinking of. But yeah, same thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think both
They sound
work pretty
similar,
well.
right? It sounds similar.
They're synonymous. They can fox with each other.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
Cognitive dissonance, I think.
I'll fox with you.
was the
I'll
one I
fox with
liked.
you too. Great. So we'll fox together.
That's a little different. But yeah.
What's the definition of cognitive dissonance?
It's feeling two alternate ideas at the same time. It's like being happy and sad simultaneously. It's like where you're supposed to
That's like
feel
saying
or
I'm burning the city down, but I'm doing it for social justice and to make the world a better place and to make it peaceful.
yeah, basically, it's like an ironic idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
It's like, all right,
It's
so
the state of having
No,
it's the
please.
state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially when relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change.
That sounds pretty close to what you were just saying. All right.
the way I had it explained to me was a husband is talking to his wife about how he thinks the neighbor has a bigger penis than him. And she looks at him and goes, "No, honey, you're bigger." So he's happy to be like, "Oh, I'm bigger." But now he's like sad because he's like, "Wait, how does she know?" Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, so
The record skip.
that's cognitive dissonance where you're just like, yes, wait a minute,
I'm
what?
too busy repressing to even process.
Constant self-doubt.
Constant self-doubt. Are we just naming off different conditions now?
I love table.
Lamp.
Straw man.
I'm just taking a sip.
I know, dude. I was trying to
I
tell you
love
that shit, bro.
computer.
Yo, you try to make me. You got me. You almost got me on my
but
shine.
that would be like fire shooting out of my nose. Like fire. Like
I'm
flames.
gonna sit there over it on fire. Just gonna burn it down. Is that like in the Nerds when he's like using, what was that, Fireball or whatever? It was like 100 some odd proof, and dude's just like spraying freaking like flamethrower style, and then he like, and then he like lights the curtains on fire. Anyone? Nobody? Bueller?
I don't know why I
Bueller,
repress some
Fry.
of these things. I don't remember that at all.
Am I the only one that like watches Revenge of the Nerds more than 17 times?
Has Fireball been around that long?
You just keep
I
throwing
don't-
that in, think I'm not going to notice.
Dude, I love 17. It's like
I
my
don't
number
remember
now.
the arson scene in Revenge of the Nerds.
It's in the beginning. That's how their frat house burns down, which is why they have to take over the freshman hall, which is why the nerds get displaced to the basketball court.
Wow, I'd have to go back and watch that.
Was it while the credits were running?
Well, so they had just won the football game or homecoming game or whatever it was, and so to celebrate, the jocks were just like partying it up. Well, while they were doing that, Homeboy had like Fireball or something like that, where the dude's just like taking a swig and then spitting it out and flamethrower style. And then he takes like a really big gulp and does like monster one, and it lights the curtains on fire, and now the house like all burns down. Yeah, dude, that's the whole reason. Like them partying because that was why them winning like the freaking what the hell was it? I forget what it was called, but them winning the whole right to be the head of the Greek council because they won. I think it was like homecoming again. So it was like the following year. Or whatever. I don't know.
I love that you remember the finer plot points of that movie. And my takeaways were like the character Booger, like the boobs on the chick in the moon thing.
There's certain things that stick with you, and that was
Yeah,
apparently not one of them.
Oh, and when he falls off the ladder when he's staring through the window, like those are like the three things I think I remember, right?
Falls off the
Or
ladder.
no, wait, that was Animal House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our wrong movie. Yeah.
I want to say, dude, that was yeah, you totally
I see the connection there.
but yeah, no, he did. You can do what I love is like how he's like slamming the ladder as he's like kadoosh, kadoosh, and like none of the chicks hear this.
Yeah, you're right. That was John Belushi. Sorry, wrong movie.
Yeah, but still, like, dude, that scene's hilarious. I know that's my takeaway on it's like how do the girls not hear this? This is horrible. Like, I don't. Yeah, that's go figure. I'm always looking for like plot holes where I'm just like this is not appropriate. That makes no sense. That doesn't. Which
He spat out vodka to set it on fire.
Vodka.
yeah, but it was like a high proof one.
Okay, well, yeah.
Which he got for his Siberian teaching job. See what I did there?
Just happened.
He tried to bring it back
His
around
Western
again.
side.
Oh, okay.
You weren't paying attention to your own show. That's fine. I got you.
That's what happens.
Just smile and nod. Smile and nod.
See, I'm usually the one that does that, so I just
This is true. This is true.
33% of your hosts listen to the content.
66 times in the head.
that's the thing. I'm working with what I got here, okay? Said it before, I'll say it again. Say it again.
All right. I think it's time to take a break.
Is that what you think? Yeah, pretty soon.
I mean, it's appropriate. We're in the ballpark. I have no idea what that means.
Just me messing with you.
Well, no, it's when you're manhandling the other parts. It like you can actually hear it, and you get the
Yeah.
and not like the cool transformer. That's totally different.
How did that go again?
Yeah, you heard me. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how it sounds when they transform. Have you not seen these movies?
That's
Are we doing an ASMR again?
yeah, that's how you think it sounds. That doesn't
I've seen those movies, and I didn't.
I don't remember.
I don't
hearing
recall that. Sounding like that.
Dude, that just reminded me of a How I Met Your Mother episode where homeboy, like, they ask him a question. They're like, hey, what's this one liquor that, like, is, like, your thing? He's like, bourbon. He's like, when I drink bourbon, I become, like, the best beatboxer ever. And they, like, crack over to a flash of him, and he's, like, straight busting it down. He just, like, just crushing it, and, like, drops the mic, like, as he walks out. He's like, peace, the mic drops it. And she's like, oh, buddy. She's like, I hate to tell you. And apparently, like, it's more like he's like, boom, chicka-poo, boom, boom, chicka-poo. And then, like, Mike drops and, like, walks out. And, like, it's like, no. He's like,
Oh, speaking of terrible mic drops and singing and whatnot, kind of reminds me. Has anyone seen that video? I think it was it Beyonce or somebody singing in like Times Square, and they had a raw mic feed, and it was not auto-tuned, and it was god awful. There's a fact check one for you.
I think that was Beyonce, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
there's
that
a
was
fact
a
check.
terrible video. Yeah.
Because I have not seen that.
Oh, it was bad.
When was this?
It was a while
Pretty
ago.
recent.
But yeah,
I thought it was relatively recent, like within the past year, year and a
what would
half.
be the-
Within a
what-
month,
What would be the
couple months, I think.
tagline if
Yeah,
you were on
even-
YouTube?
I don't know. I guess just Beyonce live mic, bad, no auto tune. It was.
Let's see if we can find this.
I mean, you don't have to do it now per se, just for but for
Well, not
future.
me, but
this
we
is
have
not
we have a
awesome,
fact
yeah.
checker for
Dude,
a
this
reason.
is, yeah, I know, right? Well, there was one point where you were like talking, trying to figure out the name that you were talking about, the cognitive, whatever, the bias, cognitive bias or whatever.
Yeah.
When you were, I was just like, that's fact checker. I know we're still trying to get used to it, but like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Which, yo, so I was watching, so Snoop Dogg was just on Seth Rogen or Joe Rogan not that long ago, right?
I just saw that one too.
Right? But,
Yeah.
yo, did you notice there was a part in
that.
there where like Snoop was talking about some shit and he straight looked at Jamie and was just like, yo, try to find, like, he's just like fact
Oh, yeah.
checker. Like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, do your job.
It's all about the fact checker, man. You gotta
Dude,
have
hell
a
yeah,
fact checker.
dude. Like, yeah, Miss JD, you're like the dope.
gotta have a-
You're the dopeness.
What do you say? Clickety clack.
Yeah, she's our clickety clacker and she's dope at it. What do you?
So what do we got? What do we got?
I can't believe I live
She just
in a
reached
world
out and
where
touched
Snoop
us.
Dogg
What do we
does
got?
ads with Martha Stewart. I just
Oh, well,
Yeah, he's
I'm
got a
pulling up
new one,
video.
too.
Okay.
Pulling up a video.
We're pulling up videos.
Yo, pretty soon, I'm gonna try to figure out for tomorrow, man. We should have dual monitors, which is something I want to talk to you about. Giving her remote capability to run my system, so that like when she's like doing this stuff, she can be actually pulling it up on one of those screens, so that him and I can actually see what she's doing.
should be able to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you know how to do that. I don't. So I'm trying to give you control of the system. Would you like that? Dude, she's so deep in thought right now.
No, that's good. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, right.
It's not. Everybody's staring at you right now.
Or she's listening to it like, oh my God, Beyonce, this sounds terrible. No pressure.
That was the appropriate response. That
on
really
point.
was. Yeah, dude, that was the appropriate response. What fans are bus on that one?
I'm working here. All right.
Dude, that shit was dope. Good job, little buddy.
She's like, Doc might pay.
Do we pay in high fives? So, you know. But we just doubled it, so now we pay in high tens.
Double, quadruple, whatever.
I know what's quadruple is zero.
That's high fives. That's a double deuce.
Well, I mean, but like to be for real, if she was actually like present, I'd be getting like all sorts of snacks, and she could have all sorts of snacks. She could have double noodles just to say thank you.
She'd probably function better on double noodles.
I was gonna say I'd actually like to see her on double noodles because she'd probably be like doing the multi-screen shit and just like, I'd be like, look here, just be like, what the. Slow down. We're slow. This is why we need the help.
You guys got to learn how to sell the sizzle. The term here is competitive pay. Unlimited personal time off.
Yes.
You guys are like the worst salespeople ever.
Dude, there's nothing glorious
I'm
about
not
this.
finding anything about her having like a horrible.
Yeah, it was an
Beyonce.
outdoor thing. I think it was Times Square.
No auto-tune.
It was bad. I'll find it when I get home if I have to, but I'll send the link. But
Sans auto tune.
I would say like horrible vocals, outdoor concert.
Something.
Yeah, take it real simple.
Beyonce something.
But see, like, do me when I go like looking up stuff, all of a sudden I'm getting like Facebook and there's like twins and shit. And I'm like, this is not my office. This is what I was
Damn
like,
right, it's not your office.
that's because of your search history.
actually, no, I clear that shit out.
Ah, well, you can never really clear it out.
I always get rid of my
government's gotta back up.
cookies.
It doesn't do any good if you're going right back to the same site the next day.
I don't know. Plus,
saying.
dude, if you were to look at my browser history, you'd probably be like bored out of your mind. It's like emails and looking up like equipment and stuff and like
It's the equipment.
freaking our video so I can like upload it to
what kind of equipment?
not like more like dude because like when I went to do the mics and all that stuff and like yeah man research.
I'm just messing.
I don't know. Plus I look up low riders and shit and
Talking about your quality equipment.
I mean it's mostly genetics but
Will Rider sounds like some kind of code for midgets.
hey man everybody need love. I'm just saying.
Did you watch that movie? What was that movie?
I need more information than that
Yeah,
movie.
that movie.
I'm trying to think of the darn name of
The
it.
quote and the dude.
Yeah, the dude.
Remember, there was
It's in that place
No,
where I put
that
that thing
one.
there
that
was a
time.
plot, had that difficulty, and then he overcame it.
Wasn't that Rocky 3?
The one that your boy was talking about that I checked out and I
Living
found
in
on
Oblivion.
Living in Oblivion.
No, I have not yet.
Oh,
I
you
need
have to watch that. You have to watch that.
I've been busy looking
Because something
at.
we were just talking about just reminded me of that.
I've been busy looking at documentaries and
And now
stuff.
I'm bothered that I can't refer to it because you haven't seen it. So
Dude, I don't give a fuck about spoilers and shit. Come on, bro.
I'm not. No, it's not going to happen right now. You got to see that.
I mean, I already watched the trailer.
You watched the trailer?
Yeah, I watched the trailer. It was like a minute and a half long. Minute and a half.
Really dedicated some time to this. Like a whole,
Well, because when homie told me to check it out, I checked it out, and then I was like, yo, homeboy said to check this out, and that's what I passed on to you, because it's like, dude, I vetted it. I was like, all right, I'm going to make sure this is a thing, and it's not just like homeboy just like, oh, this is a great movie. It's like, you think it's a great movie, but I checked it out, like, trailered it, and I was like, dope. All right, cool. I was like, yo, bro, homeboy says we should watch this and talk about it.
Hey, speaking of trailers, when's the new Ghostbusters come out?
Soon. I think, isn't it next week?
I don't know, but if they mess that up, I will drive to Hollywood and kick someone in the nuts.
No, is it, dude? No, we're supposed to have that. Aren't we all supposed to be going?
What? Oh,
I think it's next week.
she's on it.
Yeah, I think it's before Thanksgiving next week. Like for real, for real.
Oh, we are way over now, aren't we? Oh, it's all good.
What are you, the time police?
It says
Time
this
in.
Thursday.
Oh,
On Thanksgiving?
apparently.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Thanksgiving.
That'd be Thanksgiving.
This Thursday's not Thanksgiving, is it?
No, not this one, but like next full week. Sorry. So is it coming out this week?
Well, no, not like not like 2
the
days. No, next week. Yeah, not.
Yeah, it says. No, it says this is in like 2 days.
Wait, for real?
Next would be.
Yeah. So if it's the 18th, that's this. Next would be.
Yo,
See, now this kind of time stamping would never work for the show.
this is fucking green room.
This is green room. This is
This is what I'm saying. This is why this is absolutely necessary, man. This helps everybody out. This is a good thing. This is a safe space. It is what it is. It do what it do, baby. There's no fucking judgment and none
It's
of that
always
shit.
going to do what it do. It's always going to do what it do.
Bro, we talked freaking welling industry, fiat currency, and then do what it do, baby. This is a great episode.
Well, there was a bunch of stuff in between, but yeah.
Dude, this is fucking green room too. This is hilarious.
Like Seaspiracy, Cowspiracy,
CON-spiracy.
CON-spiracy. You know, everybody relax.
RE-lax.
Just saying. So that maybe.
Dude, I said we need to take a break. Like,
We need to take a break. Yeah,
fuck, that was like fucking half hour.
it's time for me to consume double noodles.
No, it was like 15 minutes ago.
I was
some
going to
shit.
say noodle time.
Yeah, I wish I could send them through the camera to you.
Peanut butter jelly
That's
time.
okay. I've been sneaking double stuffed gluten-free Oreos.
There's a thing. It's a thing.
Absolutely.
Gluten tag?
Gluten.
And they are also vegan, just to let you know.
Yeah, because they're all chemical.
Hey, we're not going to focus on that.
You know, hey, like beer is vegan. Does that mean that's healthy?
Nah, there's
actually, we've proven that it is,
in beer,
truthfully.
as well as there's more vitamins in malt liquor.
See, now you're selling it.
no,
When I
I'm
said
just
B vitamins, y'all laughed at me.
because you sounded ridiculous.
There's B vitamins in beer.
But we proved it's better to drink malt liquor. There's more vitamins in there.
There's more. Yeah, there's just more small kinds of stuff in malt liquor.
I want some schliss malt liquor. What
You
you
have to
mean
say
you
it.
ain't got no schliss malt liquor?
That's the way you have to say it. Talking about that before.
It's bladed to him.
Malt liquor.
See you guys in the emergency room.
Malt liquor.
She's into Malakas, Dino. Dude, I ain't got on a weird science kick in a while, man. We gotta bang that shit out. He's right. He's right. I don't even have my learner's permit.
Give me the keys, like, give me the keys, Lisa. I'll drive.
No, he. Oh, Jesus, fuck.
I just totally tripped over that one, didn't I?
Sometimes it hurts. It really, it like.
That's what I'm here for. You know,
Like it legit hurt. Like
that hurt too.
I want to cry a little bit right now.
You know, I can reach out and punch you every once in a while too. Just saying, it doesn't have to be a one-way thing.
I'm gonna remind you. The last time you did that, I blocked all 3 punches. Of
I don't remember that.
course you don't.
No, like really, I don't remember that ever.
Was Was there moonshine involved?
Nah, so legit.
There may have not been.
No, so this was a while back. You had been taking, I forget what discipline it was, but you had been studying a discipline.
Well, it's not like I was trying to kill you. I was messing around.
Yeah, I know, but you were just like messing around. You're like, oh, like went to smack, and I was like, "Tsh," and you were like, and then you went to like smack me again. I was like, "Tsh," and you're just like, what the? And you like went to hit me, and I was like, what? You're like, what? I was like, dude, I studied longer and harder than you did when I was a kid. Like, I'm sorry, it's just instinct at this point. My apologies. Like, you came at me. I didn't hit you.
I don't like the way that sounded.
Dude, I mean, I did not hit you. There was no rebuttal.
I don't like me coming at you. That doesn't feel good.
Yeah, but you did. Because you were just like, I'm going to. I was like, bro. Yeah, man. That's how it went down.
Don't make me turn this car around.
I will turn this car around right now.
Well, we should probably pull into the rest stop.
We probably should.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
We're at $1.10 right now.
I think it's time everybody needs to pee.
No, I'm pretty sure we're all good on that. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
Are we there yet?
Yes. Get out.
All right, do your double L shit, bro.
Oh, yeah. If you want to reach out to us, you can find us at Tellin You at directionsinmusic.org. That's IMTELLINYOU at directionsinmusic.org.
And 1079.
FM.
Miss JD, you have no idea how much I love your timing. It is impeccable. It is one of the best things ever.
97X.
Much appreciation.
Bam, the future of rock and roll. Oh.
It's time to go now.
That's what happens. All right.
What happened was.
This is Kin Gemini signing out.
Oh, Jesus Lord. Yeah, dude. B-sides in the green room. Kin Gemini.
Headphone
Philly
drop.
D. Miss JD.
JD.
Yeah. Be good to yourself. Be good to everyone else. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.